François Quesnay was a renowned economist from France. He started as a doctor and worked as a consulting physician for the king. During that time working at the palace, he had a change of heart and decided to dedicate himself to economics. François Quesnay was the leading figure of the Physiocrats, generally considered to be the first school of economic thinking. The name Physiocrat means the power of nature. The Physiocrats believed that an economist's power comes from its agricultural sector. They wanted the government of Louis XV, who ruled France from 1715 to 1774, to deregulate and reduce taxes on French agriculture so that poor France could emulate wealthy Britain, which had a relatively laissez-faire policy. It was Quesnay who coined the term laissez-faire, laissez-passer. In 1758 he published the Tableau économique, where he detailed his famous zigzag diagram, a circular flow diagram of the economy that showed who produced and who spent what, in an attempt to understand and explain the causes of growth. The tableau breaks down society into three classes. The farmers were the productive class who created economic value. Those who were moving around that value were the merchants, were called the proprietors, and there was another class called sterile, who was charging the farmers a fee for using the land and consumed everything they produced and left no surplus for the next period. Industry and manufacturing, thought Quesnay, were sterile. The French government had laws protecting French manufacturers from foreign competition, thus raising the cost of machinery for farmers. Quesnay advocated reforming these laws by consolidating and reducing taxes, getting rid of tolls and other regulations that prevented trade within France, and generally freeing the economy from the government's stifling controls. These reforms were much more sensible than his theorizing about the sterility of industry. Quesnay was a proponent of free competition and markets in order to protect class interests. His work provided much inspiration to classical economists who built on his ideas of free trade and the prominence of the agricultural sector. World-famous economist Adam Smith, who had the honor of meeting Quesnay on one of his quests, praised Quesnay's ideas in his book, Wealth of Nations.